What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Today we're up here at Rush Custom Collars to go through the whole process of building a goose call. Tell them a little bit about it.
Yeah, I met the guys a few years back. I've known their uncle for, gosh, yeah. We've hunted together a long time. Colton and River, Eddie's nephews, got into this, and just, you know, fun, local, like-minded circle of people, outdoorsmen, reached out to me and, you know, made the inquiry about, you know, affiliating with Triple Threat, Rush Custom Collars, building them some waterfowl calls, and looking forward to see what these guys produce. And I'll be honest, but you know, I'm biased because they're friends of mine, but these boys put numbers on the ground, and they're a lot of fun to watch.
Hopefully these new calls definitely help us out a little bit, which I'm sure they will.
Looking forward to seeing what they produce.
Yeah, they definitely produce something, that's for sure.
No, I'm glad.
Well, let's get to making a call.
You got it, bud.
So for the goose calls, we actually bore it out 3 times, 5/8, and then with a step bit up to 7/8, and then I have a predetermined length with a 7/8 drill bit. So doing it in this order, you can find center perfectly, and then when you put it on the lathe, there's no wiggle wobble to it. Perfect. So now with the 5/8 bore, put in the step bit, then you can find exactly 5/8 with the step bit. So then you're still in center of your bore drill. We got 5/8 bore, 7/8 to the step bit, and that's how I can find exact center with a 7/8 drill bit. So then when I come down to that predetermined length is what I need to get to the top of the line for the insert.
Sweet.
What color did you go with?
OG green, man. OG green.
There you go. What we got going on?
Getting a little dull.
How often you gotta keep them sharpened up?
Honestly, it depends on species of material that I'm turning out. Resin definitely takes a beating on the carbide tips. But I've been Been really, really, really happy with longevity and life of the carbide tips on these tools that I'm using.
How many times can you sharpen them up before you have to replace them? Do you think?
I've had this particular set for 3 years, and this tool and these two, I think were like $180 for the set of 3, and I'm still on the original tips, but I got backups. God forbid I have a catastrophic failure with something. But I've been resharpening these same tips for 3 years.
Wow.
So, you know, you get it's a lot of money down for 3 hand tools, but when you're using and abusing and doing it on the regular, God, after that first week, they paid for themselves.
It's worth the money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's kind of like getting custom calls built.
Yeah. Good plug. Good plug.
I saw an opening. I had to take it.
Yeah, pretty simple. Put it all in the mold liquid form, put it in the pressure pot, and 2.5 hours. I usually don't do it until like 5 hours later because why rush it?
Right.
But it dries that fast,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to be under pressure, and it'll contract, expand. But when it shrinks, because it dries so quick, you might get a little crackage in between resin and wood.
And that stuff just fills it up?
Yeah, this is cyanoacrylate. It's the fancy word for super glue. So I got 3 different grades. I've glued my hands together multiple times with this. And that'll just fill in any cosmetic imperfection inside of the caul, so then as I continue to turn it, it'll just smooth over. You'll never see
Just
it.
like seeing that green gloss on it.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
It's gotta
funny.
be patient, man.
I'm
It's getting there.
Some-
patient. It's exciting.
Some call builders, instead of using another type of finish, they'll actually take, and I've done it before on plenty of calls, take linseed oil,
Yep.
put that on a lint-free rag, so then the glue really doesn't stick to the oil, and then you actually finish the call with.
And then you probably just use like a really.
So basically, when this is going on the exterior of a caul, it's almost like a clear coat.
And then
Right.
just polishing it at that point.
And then after that, you know,
Do your sanding
you're
sequence.
going through, you know, all the way up to what I use 2,000 grit and shiny.
Mirror finish.
basically.
You guys will see that in a little bit.
When I turn this on, just in case it spits glue.
Yeah. So what's your next steps?
We're gonna turn out the body, actually give the body shape, and then I go from 600 grit, 800 grit, 1200 grit, 1500 grit, all the way up to 2000 grit on a wet sand, and then we put on the final polish and make her look sexy. But yeah, just stay off to the side, just in case when I turn it on, I don't want it spitting.
Safety first.
You know, I come down to my shop and, you know, you got all the politics and all the nonsense in the news, and I'm like,
Cut it all out.
yeah, I just tone it all out. You know, somebody, I mean, this probably strikes home with Matt here, Mr. Matt behind the camera.
Oh yeah.
somebody said to me, what an awful day and age to raise a family, to have a child, and I'm like, it's not though. You expose those kids to what you want them to be exposed to. Something that's completely broke down is that family structure of sit down, have supper, have a conversation about your day with the freaking TV off.
Right.
Something as simple as that today. That's gone.
Oh, that's completely
That's gone.
That's what Tony was telling us when we were down there doing the podcast. He's like, it's just the screens and all that is just overrunning people.
No,
and just letting it happen.
Something as simple as like we take the kids to Disney. God, it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
How many children I watched in Disney in Florida glued to some sort of electronic device, and I'm like, it's freaking Disney. Look around.
Right?
Do something. You're at.
No,
You don't live here, right?
These children can't function without something in their hands to keep them occupied.
That's why you can't put that call.
This is the TED Talk.
Yeah, seriously.
Tune in for more.
Fine tuning. See if it's changed.
It's cutting out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why we do it here. So we don't have mistakes like that on the field. But they still happen.
Oh.
They still happen regardless of who you are.
After a 3-day goose bender, it kind of gets a little
A little squirrely.
a little high pitch now, I think.
Yep.
Just tune to how you want it, boss.
There she is. There she is.
Something as simple as, did you see the direction I was sanding?
Yep.
So
Have that side.
when you're sanding down, like I'll never go back and forth sanding a reed because you're going up, down, up, down, up, down. Then you get directionality with the reed material being mylar, plastic. Go one way with it, and then depending on what the sound's created, you can actually take the reed out, flip it upside down, so then your directionality of the rollover of the reed is now facing up instead of down, pushing down on the reed, because
Now push it open.
the natural contour of the reed is sitting flat. When you're blowing air, it's opening up. So when it opens up, the contour of the sanding is also up. So you're pulling that away, so it's giving a cleaner mating surface between the reed and the tone board.
It sounds beautiful.
It makes all the difference.
It's all a vibration.
It
and a
sounds
friction thing.
beautiful. I can't wait to try it out here in a couple weeks.
Awesome, bud.
Sweet.
That's great.
Killer.
That's hot.
Killer. Good
Not
one.
sure if you guys can see the calls very well, but finished wrapping up the process, and it was cool to watch. I mean, I'm sure you guys probably thought the same, but we ended up with a handful of calls. But can't thank Brian enough for helping us out, and
Yeah.
it'll be a fun future.
My
to put
pleasure,
it.
guys.
Custom made and custom tuned,
You got
all
it,
in
yeah.
one.
Pick your wood, pick your color, pick whatever you want. Double reed, single reed, goose call, duck call, predator calls, duck or
Deer calls.
grunt tube, grunt tube, you name it. I mean, he can do it. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
my number one seller to this day has still been my whitetail calls, and I'm really proud of what those have produced over the years. But you know, just dabbling in waterfowl and you know barrel styled lathe related hand turned reed calls, and it's been a lot of fun tuning reeds and understanding how the reed works. I mean, just simple things that I showed you guys today. Something as simple as like taking alcohol
which
wipes.
you can do in the field, which
Yeah.
will be a huge game
Huge
changer
game
for
changer
us.
Huge, you know, something as simple as taking like alcohol wipes to, you know, clean your glasses or your optics, and pull the reed out, clean that off, and just any sedimentation, dust,
Get it out of there.
you know,
And
saliva, bacteria, and you know, guys that chew out in the field, cleaning the reeds off, and you know, as long as there's not a fracture or a break in the reed, they're moving parts. Moving parts can fail.
oh yeah.
And I mean, you guys have come with
Squeaky reeds,
yeah,
everything.
Yeah, you name it for a reed. Call me a game call mechanic. I've fixed calls for you guys that I haven't made before, but you know, just having the capability to do it. But
Right now,
you know.
I don't have to use them anymore.
yeah,
So then we got to talking. We're like, hey, can you
yeah, no
give
doubt.
us a shot? And he's like, let me get something together. And
Yeah,
that was one of his old wood ones here, the first ones that we've got from him, and he's evolved over time.
yeah, that's a golden oldie.
His knowledge grew, and
Ours did too.
here we are. We worked something out together, and
These are the only calls we run. The only thing on our lanyard is
Yep.
Rush Custom Collars.
Yep.
We use them for deer, right?
Yeah, I got
turkey.
it too.
Turkey. We use these
Yep.
nice slate calls.
he does turkey calls too. So he's got everything.
You can't get much better customer service, that's for sure.
No, I appreciate it, guys.
It's
Really
great.
appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks again for hooking us up, and
Likewise.
we'd like to
You
looking
know,
forward to the future.
Yeah, no,
It's fun.
definitely. It's fun to reciprocate with guys like you. It's a lot of fun.
Right.
It's fun for me. I
So if
enjoy
you're
it.
interested in any calls, head over to Rush Custom Collars.
.com.
We'll put the address in the description of the video.
Link to a Facebook page also in there.
Yep, he's on Facebook. You on
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yep,
He's on
Facebook-
Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
You gotta find his phone number, email, everything there.
Yep.
And don't be afraid to reach out to him.
Yeah, another little highlight working with Live the Wildlife TV,
Yep.
and I kind of have the option of working with a TV show of, you know, times, places, choosing. So one of these times, we guys,
We lads.
we all get together. We get something really cool captivated on film. We can send that over to the TV show, and
Yeah.
you know, if it makes the final cut, awesome for you guys.
That'd be
And,
cool.
You know, it's fun for me to have the opportunity to work with a show of that caliber, where I give them content, they give me free exposure on a national level.
Right.
And you know, just to be able to include guys like you, and you
Which
know,
is cool.
when you guys met Tony, you know,
Yeah.
that was that was really cool for you guys to give you guys the introduction.
Yeah,
So-
Tony's an awesome guy.
Yeah, Tony from
awesome guy.
Mountain Lodge Outdoors.
He's the guy we went and did the podcast with.
Yep.
If you haven't seen
Yep,
that,
good dude.
head over to his channel, Mountain Lodge Outdoors. Check that out.
No, just good people.
Yeah.
Like all, like sincerely, like, you know, me being where I was at the right place, right time, meeting some of these individuals, and just kindling those relationships and extending it on to you guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It's
fun.
gonna
fun
be
adventure.
good. This year's looking good. We got Mountain Lodge Outdoors coming up end of October
Yeah.
Yep.
for some duck hunting and coyote hunting. We're hopefully gonna have Brian Rush come up for some whatever we want to hunt.
Whatever, he's
You
only
got it.
30 minutes away.
We'll take him goose hunting. He'll bring us coyote hunting.
You got it.
It'll be a trade.
It'll be a good time. So be sure to keep in touch and watch our videos, and we'll be punching out the content.
Let's rip on him for one more good measure.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Send
Want me
it.
to rip on?
Music
Love
to
it.
the ears.
Oh yeah.
So, like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys in the next video.
Good job, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.